That's not bad.
We are getting ready. This is the first trip of the year in the dinghy. We're going to start putting the pots out with the dinghy. The boat's pretty much ready to go. Just got to do one more job on it after, when I get back. But we're going to get a few pots out now, and we'll probably check them, do them for a few days with the dinghy, just keep an eye on the weather, see what's happening. It's been lovely, but can't risk a storm coming in by going too early. So, are you ready to go?
I'm ready.
You're ready for the season, yeah?
Yeah.
Right, let's get moving.
Let's get going.
Once we get, has there been any kind of water in the dinghy at all?
No.
So it's sealed for now, anyway.
For now, I can't.
Yeah, well,
I can't see it all the way under.
We had a slight leak in the dinghy last year. We tried to do it with the rivet, which did help. I just hammered the rivet a bit more, and I think it's now sealed it. So it's just one little spot where it was weeping in. Right, you better jump in.
Get rid of as much water as possible, so.
Yeah. I'll get my feet between that pot.
Put my on here.
Hey? No, I've got to step in the boat. I've done this for a while.
Elegance.
Yeah. There you go, one dinghy, 2 people and 3 pots, and heavy pots as well. Because these pots are the ones that are single, so we make them extra heavy so they don't move. And an engine on the back. There you go. Pot of the year.
Going in.
I've got double yellow this year. I don't like yellow because when you see it looking at the sun, you can't see it.
First pot. Lovely.
What's going to go over? Second pot going over. So there we have it, 2025, first 3 pots are in the water. The next time we'll come out, we'll bring a couple more and we'll check these. It won't be for a few days. We intend coming back when there's a foraging tide, and if that all goes well, then we'll come back from then. But for us, that'll be in 4 days or so. For you, that'll be coming up next. So we're just getting some water for the fish tank. We've got to fill it up again. We've got 1 can here, I just got. Rebecca's getting the second one. And that'll do today. We'll get more as time goes on. But we get it out here in the boat usually because it's cleaner water out here. You haven't got so much of the beach stuff or drain runoff, that kind of thing. Or anything else that might end up in the tank that you don't want in the tank. But a lot of it's down to the bits of weed. You get more bits of weed in the shallows where it's breaking up, where it's rotting down from the winter. Here we go.
See you later.
See ya.
Said we'd be back in a few days, check the pots. Well, it's been 24 hours and we're back.
Couldn't wait
couldn't
any
wait.
longer.
I need to know if the spiders are moving in, because spider crabs are migratory. So they go off every year in about July, August, they head out to sea again into the deeps. Then every sort of April, May they come back. Although there has been a few smaller ones hanging around all year round in the last, well, year or so, eh?
Yeah.
It's the sea's getting warmer, so they don't seem to be leaving like they used to. But the big stuff does still leave and come back. You'll better tell because the shells will be lovely and orange, whereas the ones that hang around will be all weedy from the growth.
That's it, yeah.
But we're going to head out now and go and check these 3 pots, and we're going to take 2 more out. Might not be the easiest thing to see, but you can see there's a fog bank out there still. You see it, we go to the land, thick fog bank. Now obviously in this little dinghy we don't have any navigation, but have to rely on the wind direction, sun and the way the tide's blowing if it's got any thicker, but I'm pretty certain it's going to just burn off. So okay, let it go there. A little bit like that one, getting the air out of it. It's very dry, that pot. Right, let's get these over. Yeah, go. Right, that's those 2 out the way. We'll have to feed the rope out because we're over the top of it, so I can't motor. It's almost out anyway. That's it, that's it. Right, that's the 2 pots out. So now we've got 5 down. And now we're going to go and check the other 3 that we had put in yesterday. See if there's any spider crabs around. And maybe even a lobster. Excited?
Yes, I am excited. First lift.
Which way's the rope going? Should be going out, I think.
It's almost straight down like that one.
Right. It's probably slack water. Right now, a little bit that way. What I'll do is I'll shut the engine off. So yeah, a bit of quiet time. So this is the first lift, 2025. Will we get anything? Now these pots, they are just straightforward D pots, which means there's no traps or anything like that in the pots. They're just a pot with a neck in, and that's it. No fancy stuff, but that's the idea for spiders. They just literally walk in. There's no creel design or anything like that. Will we catch anything? Oh, that's empty. That is empty. That's not a good sign.
Dog whelks.
2 pieces of bait. That shows that we haven't got spiders here. So let's hope by placing them apart a bit, we find some over there. But that's very empty.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah.
Devoid of life.
But it could. The last year we had a lot of octopus. I mean, so many octopus, and I think that could be what will keep the areas clear is octopus. If we've got a lot of octopus around, then that's a problem. So we'll see. We'll find out. It might have octopus in one.
Yep.
Right. Let's. We'll just move this a little bit. We won't move too far, and put it back down. Now, where's that other one over there? We'll just put it in between. I think a bit more. Okay, let that one go there. Now, if any of you remember last year, we had a load of spiders on the first trip. Oh my goodness, that is full. Well, definitely the spider crabs are here. Holy
moly.
Look at that lot. Let's get it open to get a good view then. Look at them. Got at least 1, 2, 3, I'd say 3 or 4, and the rest we'll throw back over. But nice male crab. Good start for the first pot of the year.
Yeah.
But this year,
It is a bit earlier though.
yeah. But pot to pot can be changed. We are earlier, yes, definitely. But then again, we saw spider crabs on the last foraging trip about 2 weeks ago, so that means they should be coming in. And again, these pots are just randomly dropped. We don't have any sounders, anything like that to position them. So it's just a gamble where I'm throwing them at the moment. They could end up on the sand for all we know, just in the open. And if the tide was low, I'd know where they were, which is going to come when we come back next time. It'll be low side, so we'll be able to see where all the rocks and reefs are better. Hopefully the pot's not sitting there on top of a rock. Right, can pot number 2 do anything? Does it feel like it's pulling through rocks?
Weed or something.
Yeah, that's good then.
Now.
That's a good sign. So we put that one there, you see, because this one I can always move further out if it's empty as well.
This does feel a lot heavier.
Oh.
Unless it's the heavy pot, is it?
It might be the metal one. If it is, you'll have to pass it to me if you don't want to bring it in. It might be, it's got a lot of rope on it, so it probably is. We probably put the heaviest one further out, didn't we? Mind you, no, actually it was the second pot that went out. So. Oh, it is the heavy one, I think, yeah. Yep. Do you want to take that? One weedy spider. That is it. This is one that's been around all year, like I was saying. You can tell by all the weed on it, this isn't one that's come in. So, again, no signs of anything that's come in yet. Very spiny as well, because it hasn't worn his shell down. All the spikes on it yet, a little bit. Right, put it back. So again, nothing apart from that.
Okay.
Yep, go. Right, this is the last chance pot for today. You say next time we'll come out, we'll be checking 5 pots, but we'll also be probably going on a forage, quick forage around the rocks on the low tide. So we'll see what we can get then. But this is the thing with the spiders, all of a sudden they'll turn up and there'll be thousands of them, or hopefully thousands. Can the last pot save the day? Here it comes. I think. Oh, there is a spider in there. Oh, there's a couple of clean ones. There we go. That's the best pot, the closest one in.
Funny, isn't it?
Yeah. That one there it almost looks like it's sizable, that one over there. But they're both size. Well, that's a nice, not a bad one for the start. Go. One's a bit smaller, but just put them in the boat for now, and we'll get those little ones out. Now show the difference of that little one in there, because that is
there's the resident all
yeah,
year round.
that's a female one, isn't it?
Yeah.
Female, yeah, female. That's the one that's been around all year. You can see the difference by the amount of weed on that one compared to those. Those are nice and clean. That one's weedy. So these ones have been out in the deeps. You see underneath how lovely and orange they are. Where's that one? What else we got in there? Now this is the Leviathan. There it is.
Look at him.
That's going to be one of them one day. Look at that. Look, you can piggyback on him. Look. Give it that paper. Yeah. That's a fit little female.
Look at it. Yeah. Cute.
Put her back. And then there's one more crab in there somewhere in the corner. And of course this is what we call a lady crab, which is a velvet swimming crab. They're edible, but you really don't get hardly anything out of them. You'd only really go for those if you couldn't get anything else, I suppose. Some people like them, but I'd say for what you get out of them, it's hardly worth it. Right. And that's your lot. That is everything. And you've got some lovely bass heads in there, bit of bream, and there's something else going in just to freshen things up a little bit. Bit more bream. Gonna load that pot, are we? Got to get rid of the bait, you see, because we brought it out and we haven't got a bucket or anything to store it in. So we want to keep this pot in roughly the same area then, because we know we had a couple of years. So.
That's just it. You can never tell, can you, where they're going to be? I mean, you think, oh, they'll be far out, but maybe not.
Now, we might keep these ones. I'll check in a minute with the gauge just to make sure, but I'm certain they're both, but that's definitely over, and that one is, well, pretty certain that's over as well. Because we don't tend to keep them that small that often. I mean, they're still a decent size, but it's only because they're the first ones. When we get the first ones, we normally, hang on, I'll move the boat first. We normally just keep the absolute biggest, but being it's the first trip, we sometimes, you know, take the first couple we get, as long as they're legal. So we'll have a look in a second. So, last pot kind of saves the day, really. I mean, that one for sure. Nothing wrong with that one. This gauge here, it's a bit floppy, but it's only a backup one I carry in the box. That's lobster in there, but the back of the gauge is the brown crab. And the brown crab size limit at present is 1 centimetre over the spider crab limit. So it's 14 if I remember.
Ridiculous as well, isn't it?
It's very small, yeah. But that's bigger than the gauge, the size of what the crab needs to be. So if it makes this gauge, then it's well over legal. You go between the horns there, and with this one we can just roll it, and you can see there that we're about 1 inch over size. Well, we're over 1 inch because this is still a centimetre bigger anyway. So that there is well over legal by what, 1.5 inches or so. So it's crazy how small the size limit is, really, when you think about it. But yeah, that's a legal crab as well. So I mean, it doesn't look as big as our normal ones. That's purely because we always catch the giant ones, the 4, 5, 6 pounders. That's what we keep normally.
Well, when we have the pick of them, I mean, we will only take the best, won't we?
Some years you will hardly get any. One year I had one big one, and everything else was what we're catching now. Well, this size. Some years you can't be fussy at some years because they just don't show up. They might miss the island when they march. They might march past it.
Yeah.
Other times they come straight in here and you've got more than you can handle. So it all depends where they march. But no, that's the small one anyway, or the smaller one, which is still okay.
It's heavy though, that's the thing.
They'll be packed.
It's
they're in
packed
prime
full,
condition when they come in. Later on in the year, when they breed and stuff, they're not worth eating. But now they'll be packed with really nice white meat. Later on, they get very soft and they're not so good. Okay.
So the fog's cleared.
Yeah. I blew it away when I came out. I was like, go, and it got rid of it.
Good. Yes, the magic.
Little trick there. You see, if you ever get fog, just like that, you got it.
Hot breath, is it, or
just standard, yeah.
Standard.
It's the force of the
oh, it is,
you know, you got to get those lungs pumping away there. You know?
Do you pucker to make it concentrate it?
No, just go with the full blow. But obviously don't do it if you smoke, because you just make it worse. Right, it's over there actually. Look, the bank, you can see it over there.
Oh yes.
The whole Leo Island's gone. Yeah. Right, get our stuff sorted out, get this little bit of water out the boat and head back in. There we go, we're back with our 2 spiders. That'll be for supper tonight. First crab of the year. Looking forward to it.
Definitely.
I know you are, you love
forward to
yours
it for
fine.
months.
Yeah, it's been months.